Tell me.
Alright guys, we have a new video for you and we're gonna entitle this Why Orbito Isn't That Strong?
Really?
Because a lot of people have this impression of Orbito that he was like a super strong ninja and he was like one of the strongest members of Atsuki and he was this super high level ninja that was like some type of boss type character, and based on what we know from the show, kinda not really. He was kinda on the lower levels of even his own organization.
Yeah, but my thing is really like the title kind of should be like, why Orbito isn't that strong? ... Really? Oh yeah. So back to what you were saying. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, the problem with Orbito is he really is kind of one dimensional. He has like a teleportation and an invincibility power.
And then he just cheeses those two moves.
Pretty
It's
much.
totally
Pretty much.
it was a game. He would just literally do those two moves over and over and over and over and over.
It's like from what we know of him, he doesn't seem to like,
Cheese.
even though he possesses like a Sharingan, he doesn't seem to know that many ninjutsu or like super powerful. He's not like Kakashi or something that has like 1,000 ninjutsu or something.
But like, and it's like we used to with Kakashi, and Kakashi like he's super efficient. Like you know, as a ninja, he's economical. Like because your ninja's supposed to be right, except the Chittery. I mean, I have a thing coming up with Chittery. Like, I mean, Chittery's like isn't he supposed to be an assassin? It's like. It's so loud. Whatever. Let's just get away.
As a ninja.
Yeah. Okay. But like.
Jungle.
Okay. But like, that's way better than a move that like is the sound of 1,000 angry birds. Like
Pink Ninja is not exactly discreet.
But okay. But what's more discreet? A ninja in pink in the bushes that knows genjutsu and all this other crap, or a ninja that has move. Is the sound of 1,000 angry birds. You're like a bird squawking. That's pretty loud. Okay, that's really bad. But like but he's still, despite having 1,000 angry birds be his signature assassin technique, he's still better than ninja than Orbito. Oh my gosh! And it's like the only thing Orbito has going for him over Kakashi. Is that he has more chakra. It's like if you give him the same amount of chakra and you had them fight, I'm pretty sure Kakashi would win, like 9 times out of 10. But you know that's my feeling on that. But I don't really think Orbito is that great, and I think he was like clearly hyped up. But again, while I'm saying that I don't think he's that great, he is pretty good. The powers that he has and the way he uses them, and because he understands that he's not that good. So when we're saying that he's not really that great, he's not actually what he appears to be, but he's good enough to pull the win once he does the preparations that he does. Because if you look at when Orbito beats people, he kind of beats them when you're kind of like at the end of a fight and you're all kind of beat up, and he pops out like, yeah, let's fight now. It's like, dog, I just did a kumite, like I just fought 50 guys. Yeah, about that fight now. Like, that's what he does. Or he's like, yeah, I'm going to finally get my revenge on the 4th Hokage when he's tired and his wife is giving birth. And then I'm going to, like, make some plan to trick them into going to, like, some far region and then get the 3rd Hokage to, like, go on this long trip. And then I'll get the tail beast out. You know, like he does these, like, really strong guys in Naruto tend to kind of tend to be more one-on-one-ish. Like, they're kind of more confident in their strength when they approach people. And even if you want to look at an economical character like Pain, I mean, Pain, when it came down to his strength, he was solid. Like, he didn't, like, I'm going to jump you when you're weak. Yeah. Like, I mean, let's look at Jiraiya, one of the strongest characters, I'm sorry, in Naruto. I mean, he did prep for Jiraiya like crazy, over prep, but it's Jiraiya, and he still fought him like he didn't wait till like Jiraiya was like tired after Orochimaru fight. It's like like he didn't do that. Like he didn't do this, so it's like you shoot. Like what do you think?
I don't know, cause it's like I'm just looking at him like in like comparison to the rest of the members of Atsuki, and I'm just like, he might have been out of the people with rings, like arguably the weakest. Like
so let's get a list of the people with rings.
He's hard to kill.
So let's the list of like Atsuki, because like I don't remember these guys' names. By the way, guys, I go completely off the dome. Like I don't even have like anything. I just completely going off memory. I keep it raw. Let's go.
Dadariya, Hidan, Itachi, Kazuku.
Hidan was the dude that like didn't die.
Hidan, is the dude that didn't die. Yeah, that dude was a problem.
Yeah, that dude, he wasn't really that great, but like not being able to die was like amazing. Okay? That was amazing. Okay, let's keep moving, but that was amazing ability. That move was like broken.
Kakuzu, which is also a problem. He's the dude with the strings that Naruto beat up with. He's the one with the multiple hearts, and you have to like kill all the hearts to kill him.
Oh yeah, he was like the other functionally immortal guy.
Yeah, almost all of them were like functionally immortal.
No, I mean Itachi was clearly immortal, and he was like dying.
But those two were immortal. Fucking Orochimaru is functionally immortal.
Yeah, okay. Pain's not. But what's the dude? Sasori is immortal too. Puppet guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was immortal because he was a puppet, and he's definitely stronger.
I know you want to talk about the grandma. We'll get into that under four. I think it was fair, but whatever.
We have black and white Zetsu, which were, also immortal. I don't know. Orbito's looking kind of weak.
But Orbito belongs. So I argue he's like the lowest ranking guy of the group, but he belongs there because this like his spatial time jutsu move is like really good, bro. It's
really good.
That move allows him to beat up like a lot of people, or he could hang or possibly pull a win against a lot of people if he preps it right.
I think the main thing is that you can't kill him, right? So a lot of people tried to kill him, or like even like Itachi set up that like his eyes would automatically like kill Orbito like once his death happened or whatever, and Orbito still dodged it. You know what I mean? Because he could just make himself invincible. So it was like he's hard to kill, and so like even if you don't trust him, it's like he's just gonna like set you up to lose and like come at you when you're weak and like get whatever he needs to get from
Doesn't that make him then really strong?
It makes him unkillable, but it doesn't make him like strong. Like he can't beat anyone in a straight up fight. He has to fight like this war of attrition.
Doesn't Orochimaru kind of do that too, though?
I don't think that Orochimaru is like super high level. Like as the series went on, obviously.
I don't know about that, bro. Because that's like a lot of nuance, man. Orochimaru was clearly kind of strong, man.
Orochimaru was strong, but as the series
Jiraiya was really... Okay, Jiraiya's clearly stronger than Orochimaru.
Yeah.
You found out. Jiraiya just was emotionally weak, but Orochimaru was one of the stronger characters in the series. Like, even at the end, he was clear. Then he got like... Okay, guys, I'm going to admit something, and everyone knows this, but I'm going to put this out again. When Naruto first came out, I followed it, okay? And then it just started getting garbager. And when things get garbage, I clock out, okay? Now, people talk to me about it. I hover around and look at it, and I just skim through it. It's pretty bad. But, like, you guys could all hate on me or whatever, but it's pretty bad. So I'm aware of what goes on. I'm just, like, I don't follow it, intently. Okay, let's continue about with Jiraiya and with Orochimaru. Like, because Orochimaru, to me, somehow got, like, Sannin chakra. What was it? Like sage chakra suddenly, this magical sage chakra, because Orochimaru couldn't get sage chakra, and then he got sage chakra. Because
I never heard of that.
Naruto contradicts itself all the time. I was talking to people. We were having discussions about it, and they were like explaining to me why the contradiction is really not that bad with the Sage Chakra. Look, if I really need to read this stuff, if you want to do like another one another time, that's on Unraw, where we actually like go get the facts and stuff like that. More so, where I actually go get facts. I only can speak for myself. I'll actually go back and read it and get facts. I'll literally come back with it. But yeah, so I'll find the stuff. But like my point is that like Orochimaru still at the end was one of the strongest guys. I mean, he brought back the first and the second Hokage were and the third Hokage. And the fourth Hokage, and I mean, the third Hokage, all the way from like 1, 2, 3, were clearly broken. Okay, and then the fourth Hokage secretly had like QB chakra. I don't know why he like never used this. He's like, I died with it. So I don't know, whatever.
So impure world reincarnation is what makes Orochimaru relevant. It's just like
I think he's relevant without that because like what I want to get to is ranking. Orbito by actual fights. And if we're looking at Orochimaru and we're looking at what we know of by the other guys, I think Orochimaru could beat a lot of people in the organization.
Yeah.
About Tatsuki. Orochimaru killed Hokages. And an Hokage level person with Sakura beat Tsusori. So, a lot of people feared Orochimaru, okay? They feared Orochimaru. Like, and, I think, I don't remember, memory serves me right, like, the third Hokage could, like, hang, like, possibly could beat up all the Hokages if they teamed up, and Orochimaru, like, clearly with a lot of prep time, nutrition, and a powered-up body, from my memory, and, like, he did, like, basically, here's my argument. You argued that Pain was like, oh, yeah, it was all fair game, when Pain did what Pain prep time for, Jiraiya, and it was like it was okay because he's smart and this that and he's efficient. Yeah. Well, Orochimaru did the same thing for the third Hokage. He was like who's arguably the strongest guy in the series. So it's like how is he not really strong?
The difference is like while it's true that Pain prepped, Pain still kind of dueled him. Like Orochimaru, like. Was just like that shit was not a duel. That shit was not. He didn't even fight him.
He summoned former Hokages that have a quarter power, and then he let them fight him.
He's just like set.
And then he waited. He waited until the third Hokage was like at his weakest point because he was clearly too old. He was like borderline retiring because he was too old, and he was like, "Nah, it's time to fight you." With also my powered up body.
He set into motion like a doomsday plot and just sat back and watched him like, ha 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 ha. You'll surely die. Like,
yeah, but okay, like Orochimaru though depends on the body because in his plot, I watched Naruto at this point. He picked a stronger body. He picked a kid with like crazy levels of chakra to possess. Yeah. So he picked a way stronger body. To fight the third Hokage, like the best body he could find. So Orochimaru has a variable power level, based on like the bodies that he could have because he doesn't have his original body anymore.
Yeah.
So there's variables that goes into Orochimaru, and he did wait until the third Hokage was really weak. So like Orochimaru's kind of doing some Orbito moves here, but like.
Pretty much, it was Orbito. He was learning from Orbito. He was like,
okay, but here's my thing. Orochimaru actually fought better than Orbito. Okay, he actually fought people and then run away. He actually went one more step.
Everything, everybody bodied him. Like when you look, he's like looking like Krillin. It's like,
wow, Krillin, are you serious?
He got bodied. By the third, which is it's the third. He got he lost to Jiraiya.
Jiraiya's like really strong
because it's Jiraiya.
He beat up Tsunade.
Right? He lost to Sasuke. Itachi.
Okay. Sasuke and Itachi have Sharingans, and his Sharingan is his counter. They said it. It's his counter. I'm not even really fan of him. I'm just like arguing for him better because like his moves are based. It's like it's an innately like these are the disadvantage for fighting styles. Like, he's a professor. He wanted to be the professor of ninjutsu, just like the third Hokage. Yeah. So every time he does a ninjutsu, they can copy it, which makes it really hard because he has a large library of like general moves. So yeah, and if he makes up unique moves, he's making up unique moves that can be taught. Unlike Jiraiya, who makes moves that cannot be taught. Jiraiya can't teach his moves up to somebody else. They're moves to him. And like Orochimaru can teach other people his moves, like Anko and everybody else. So a Sharingan user could copy his moves, and then it's just a disadvantage. So I think Sasuke and Itachi is like, yeah. And Sasuke is not even fair because Sasuke, like, Orbito to him, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till you're weak, and then I'm gonna do this, and then even then he couldn't even win until like some like weird like random plot sequence came out, like, oh my gosh, that sword was the sword I was looking for, Susanoo, even though it's not a real sword, and suddenly out of nowhere you can seal me with your Susanoo, you know, like it's like then it's never brought back up again. Remember how Susanoo was suddenly like seal Orochimaru in this dream dimension, and then it's like it never sealed anybody else. It's such bad writing. Literally, Naruto is like one of the worst writing I've ever read in any literature ever. But like, I digress. Like you can't even really count the Sasuke then as like a solid win because he was like the dude didn't have a proper body. He was like super weak. Sasuke Orbito the dude. He Orbitoed him.
I'm just saying.
Itachi is like one of is a really high level guy.
At least
the Kishimoto said that if Itachi killed Itachi because if he lived he would have bodied Madara.
Well,
so Itachi's a fear loss.
No, okay, but here's my thing: the other members of Atsuki have some wins under their belts.
So is Orochimaru.
Who?
He beat up Sasuke and Naruto with the tail beats and Sakura and all those other ninjas. He beat up Anko. He beat up the third Hokage. Those are wins. Arguably could have beat up Kakashi. He beat up Tsunade. He technically beat Jiraiya, not actually, but technically beat Jiraiya. He beat up Naruto again with the four tails, I think, or three or four tails. Technically, because he's kind of getting his ass whooped. Beat up Kabuto. He killed an Hokage. He killed a Kage. Beat up some other no-name people. A lot of people were afraid of him. Yeah, I mean,
you know, we need to just do like a video where we just rank Akatsuki.
Yeah, but we're kind of doing that now for Orbito, and then we'll like make another one about that. But like, so but the thing is, but my thing is though is that like he did better than Orbito. He fought more people than Orbito. He actually like assassinated people like straight up. Like Orbito like didn't do any of that. Like Orbito literally the one time we saw Orbito with his powers, and not after he got his Rinnegan, but Orbito fought the fourth Hokage clearly when he was under maxed out stress with his wife that he kept holding hostage. Remember, she was giving birth to Naruto with the QB thing, and then he did all these other plots which he prep timed for that fight, and that's the one time he fought somebody, and in that fight he ran away. Orochimaru, under similar circumstances with the third Hokage, fought him to the death. So Orochimaru actually fights people to the death. So like you're saying, like Orochimaru is worse than Orbito, like weaker. I don't know about that. Orochimaru does have wins, man.
I mean, Orochimaru like is probably, I can see him being stronger than Orbito, but
Orochimaru can beat up a lot of people in Atsuki, I think. Because you're going up against matchups, and it's like, he can beat up a lot of people in Atsuki, man. Orochimaru has, like, ninjutsu for, like, he has so many ninjutsu, he can adapt to so many different, like, scenarios. If you're going up against Orochimaru strategically and tactically, I think Orochimaru would body most of them, too. If we're talking about attrition warfare, the only person that I could see being better than him at it, which he didn't want to mess with, was Pain.
You see,
like I think he could take Sasori if he had prep time, I think I could see Orochimaru taking a lot of people prep time.
Yeah,
I think he's a better prepper than than from what I've seen in Orbito.
I can see that. The problem with beating Orochimaru more than anything is he's unkillable, or arguably kind of already dead, because he seems to have like split his consciousness into multiple people, and it is inhabiting multiple people. Depending on your school of philosophy, that might count as, you know, the individual of like Orochimaru having died as soon as he split, and it's like two new individuals, but that's still a kind of technicality. So it's like, can you really kill Orochimaru?
Yeah, you can. You can go around and kill all of those other things.
It's really difficult.
It's harder,
and he would have to
because he's not weak.
Yeah,
because you have to get like a really strong guy that made his mission like, I'm gonna kill Orochimaru, and not many people really care of that much.
Yeah, it's just like people. I get like, by the time the series is getting to like the end, people just don't even really care that much about Orochimaru. Like he's, you know, he's involved in the ninja war, you know, because of Kabuto, but like,
this should actually be at this point, is Orochimaru really that strong? Because I mean, I'm trying to get it back to Orbito, but then you keep going back more to Orochimaru. Like,
we'll make it 2 videos. Fuck it.
Fine, we'll just keep on Orochimaru, because like, I'm trying to rank them both. What's up? This is gonna end up being like a 2 thing, because like, I think Orochimaru though is way stronger than Orbito, and then, you know, by using Orochimaru like as a meter, then you can better measure Orbito. So if Orochimaru, I think, is pretty strong. I think Orochimaru could beat up Sasori. If we had to go off like just off their ability, not even off their individual abilities, we're going off like their resources. I think Orochimaru would body most of the people at Atsuki. Except for Pain. That would be very hard, and he knew not to mess with Pain. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to mess with that guy. Like any eye user, he was like, yeah, I'm probably going to leave those guys alone.
Yeah, that is one thing that you can say about Orochimaru. He had so much, like resources. Like, out of all of the members, the only person who's even remotely close to fucking with his resources, like bases and, like, locations, is probably, like, Pain, but he doesn't even seem to be at the level. Like, everywhere. He's not
at the level. But he has at least 1 or 2 solid bases. Like, and then he can, like,
hide out. He has, like, you know, he created like a whole hidden village, like, you know what I mean, as a front for an operation, like the Village of the Sound.
Yeah, but you can't do that without being like, pretty badass. Yeah, and like other Kages not taking you out a long time ago. He became a Kage. So it's like he's pretty strong. And that's my point that I'm keep trying to get to, is like Orochimaru with other Atsuki members. So Orochimaru is like, I think he's not, I don't think he's the strongest Atsuki member, but he's up there in the Atsuki. I think Orochimaru could take down the Daria, because Sasuke, with his Orochimaru power-ups, took down the Daria. You know, the flying guy with the bombs? Yeah. I think Sasuke, even when Orochimaru was weak and dying, you know, when Sasuke betrayed him, and then he went to kill him or whatever, I'm gonna take your baddie over. Take your sexy baddie. You know, like how he talks like that? He's trying to get him. It's just, it's Sasuano magically didn't have the sword that randomly Orochimaru just happened to say for the first time he's looking for. Because he's never stated he was looking for the sword ever. Like, you know, like, if he didn't have his sword that could seal him, he would have beat Sasuke. And that was the weakest version of Orochimaru we've seen. That was Orochimaru at his weakest as Orochimaru, right? Yeah. And he still would have beat him, and Sasuke beat up the bomb guy. Because Naruto has matchup problems. Bro. And so that's my point, is that I think he could take that guy. I think he could even took Sasori. I don't think Sasuke, okay, because whatever that chick's name is, the old lady, Chiyumbum, or whatever her name is, the old lady with Sakura. Mm-hmm. I honestly think Orochimaru could have took them. So it's like, because Tsunade got bodied by Orochimaru. He didn't even have hands. He didn't even have hands. Okay? For a lot of the show, Orochimaru did not have hands. So, like Orochimaru with hands, I think, would have taken them out. So it's like, I would love to get into reasons, you know, like if you engage me on this. Orochimaru is not that weak.
I don't know, like,
I just think he has a weakness against people with eye powers.
The Daria losing to Sasuke it wasn't because the Dario was just getting like bodied.
No, because like Sasuke magically got Byakugan powers.
Well, Byakugan powers.
He had like Professor Xavier powers before. Like, I can see into your mind, Naruto. Like, I don't know where that came from. And then he's like, then he just got Byakugan powers. It was like wow. Like,
just like something
such a bad show.
Like, that never really came up in the show at all. It's like, oh, my electricity can like negate your power because it's the weakness of your power. So therefore, I can just like neutralize your power.
Yeah, I mean.
Like that wasn't that. That wasn't just that. Like Sasuke was just like stronger.
But that proves my point again about matchups. You're strengthening my point about matchups. So it's like again, man, I don't like talking about Naruto because it's so bad. Like the story's so bad. Like it's just so bad. But like, look, okay, like it's a matchup. He had a bad matchup, and who did Sasuke learn from a lot? Orochimaru, and Orochimaru pretty much had every type of move. Yeah. General form of every type of move. And I'm pretty sure Orochimaru could have taken the Daria.
I guess if he just, shot lightning.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he probably had lightning jutsus.
But apparently that's all it takes to
yes, because Sasuke wasn't that great. Because we both acknowledge that Sasuke is like, aside from Madara, Sasuke is Madara Jr. And the thing that they have in common is like, let's get powered up. Let's get powered up. Like, does Sasuke even train? No. Get powered up. Oh my gosh, I gotta go to Orochimaru camp, experiments and powered up. Oh, I got this new seal. Powered up. I got these pills. Power up. Oh, a dead guy gave me his eyes. Power up. Oh man, another dead guy gave me his body. Power up. I mean, look, like I can keep going on. I think I'm missing a couple power-ups, okay? Like, Sasuke just got Naruto actually trained. Sasuke just power up. Like, just, okay, Madara. Yeah, I'm powered up. And then even after I fucking died, power up, Shriek, power up. It's such bad writing. But whatever, okay. So, I mean, if Sasuke, and he wasn't even like, he wasn't even midway through his powers up yet. Like, what was he, halfway? Could beat the Daria? Okay, I think Orochimaru can take him. Okay, because I think Orochimaru is implied to have fundamentally all the forms of ninjutsu because Orochimaru was trying to be like his idol, the third Hokage, who had every single type of ninjutsu, right? He was Professor Ninjutsu. He pretty much knew all the learnable ninjutsus. Orochimaru strived to be the third Hokage. So I'm pretty much sure, with the implicit statements in the show, that Orochimaru had fundamentally all of the types of ninjutsu. So he should have been able to attack Daria, with lightning powers. And if Sasuke, being the bum that he was, could get away with this, I think Orochimaru would body him. I'm not even saying it would be a good fight. Saying body. It's like body, a baddie. Orochimaru killed his family. He ain't playing with nobody.
Well, here's the thing. They made up like a Pokemon weakness to the move that only existed in that fight.
No, because in Naruto from way back, matchups are important.
Yeah,
that's one of the few things I respect about Naruto because this is a holdover from when Naruto was good. Okay, like what
I'm saying is like it's not like there's not another time where it's like, oh, like, if I do a water attack on your fire attack and it just completely nullifies the attack.
Yeah, there is.
There
was a couple of times. I don't remember the fight specifically, but there are a couple of times. Like, if we want to, like, gosh, you make me have to go back and watch Naruto for this. But, maybe there are, maybe people in the comment section or something else could do it or whatever you want to DM. I've gotten lots of direct messages, private messages, but people could literally do that. But, there are times with this, man. I just don't remember, you know what I mean? Folks on Naruto like that. But there are times, man. That is there. Like, there is a matchup. That's what I'm talking about. There's a matchup thing that exists in Naruto. So, like, Orochimaru, like, can do that. Like, there are moves, even with the elemental systems, there are certain elements that work better against other elements. So, it's there. Like, that matchup system is there. Like the Sharingan is a really bad matchup for Orochimaru, but it's not as effective against Jiraiya. because Jiraiya does unique moves that you can't copy. The Sharingan cannot copy Jiraiya's moves.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a bad matchup. It's just a really, 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 really bad matchup.
Yeah.
So like that's the point. So like if you fuse Jiraiya and Orochimaru together, you'd get the third Hokage. Right? You get something very much closer to the third Hokage, right? They're like so that's my point. Like Orochimaru took an aspect of the third Hokage, you know, and ran with it. Like this is what I think is important. This is what makes the third Hokage the best. And and Jiraiya took like the heart and was like, you know, no, I'm gonna like learn about my own individuals and the intuition. It's not about the explicit moves, it's about the implicit things, right? And that's what he focused on. So it's a bad matchup. So I think Orochimaru once again would take the Daria. Just his moves that he had, even like the gate moves, the sound moves. I don't see anything the Daria could do to stop it with his bombs. What, he's gonna blow up places? Orochimaru's not gonna care. Orochimaru would kill him. So I'm like, give me a reason why he wouldn't beat the Daria.
No, I think that the Daria would lose.
Okay, so let's go to Sasori. First, he killed the Sasori with his superior tactics and planning. Secondly, he would beat him too. I don't see I think he lost to the Sarambama somehow, whatever her name was, with Sakura. I mean, I haven't looked at this in a year, so it's like I'm still like, you know, probably. Yeah. I think Orochimaru can body both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. When he didn't even have hands, he beat up a better duo, Tsunade and Shizuane together got bodied by Orochimaru with no hands. No hands, Orochimaru bodied them. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Orochimaru would body those two. Now, you could argue Sasori was, holding back because it was grandma. Or his grandpa. So, that's fine. But what does Sasori have that Orochimaru couldn't counter? I have these dead puppets, former Kage. Oh, I'll actually summon more Kages. And let Orochimaru Impure Summon World Jutsu or whatever the hell his name is would body Sasori's best moves. That was his best trump cards. Orochimaru bodies it because he actually summons the people and he was making that technique even better. I just don't see it. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. No, but give me an example of what Sasori would do to take out Orochimaru.
I mean, I don't know what anyone would do to take out Orochimaru because you have to
I do know because Itachi could take out Orochimaru pretty easily.
Itachi could take out one Orochimaru and then it's 1,000 more Orochimaru. So then
what do you mean?
1,000. Well, you don't know how many Orochimarus there are. His body is in other people's bodies.
I don't think he split his body up that much though with his consciousness. So probably 2 or 3. I was hearing something about it, but here's my thing. If Orochimaru fought Itachi, there's nothing he could do to beat Itachi. First of all, every time he does seals, it would be copied. He would predict what he's going to do. He would beat him to it and beat him. Mm-hmm. He couldn't summon Imperial World because he would just shoot the fire Amatsuseru or whatever. I can't remember the name of that move. Yeah. But he would shoot that black fire from his eyes at him. And he couldn't summon Imperial World. When he fought the third Hokage, who was still one of the strongest, he was the third Hokage prepped for him, and the third Hokage was at his weakest. He even said, it's if I fought you you probably would take me. Itachi's not in his golden years, you know, he'll speed, he'll be able to hop around, he'll do it, okay? And my thing is Orochimaru couldn't even use his best moves. Orochimaru has some signature moves now. Mm-hmm. But most of Orochimaru's moves are teachable. The reason why they're teachable, remember, is because Orochimaru transfers bodies. So he needs another person that could be able to learn his moves to pass on. Yeah. Right? Because you can't, if he goes to a different body, so let's say Jiraiya goes into a different body, he can't use 90% of his fucking moves anymore. He's shit, I'm kind of garbage now. You have to learn new moves with his new body. Orochimaru could just easily go into another body, and the other body could just learn all the moves. It's transferable. That's why he does it that way, right? It makes sense. All right, so it's because pretty much almost all of his moves are transferable. It's a bad matchup because there's almost nothing he can do that could counter a Sharingan user. Even fucking Imperial World is like stealable. Like, oh, that's dead people. Like, what is he gonna do? Like, what is he gonna do? It's a bad matchup. So you're like, nobody can body him now. It's like, no, Itachi clearly could body him. Pain could body him. Because Pain's like, I can't read what you could do like a Sharingan user, but I could kind of follow your chakra and, my insight, and I got these unique moves. It's like he's fighting a yeah. Like he's like fighting Jiraiya with actual eye powers. Like, it's just better. Yeah. So it's like it's even harder. Like, if he can even beat Jiraiya, he's not gonna beat Pain. And like, Pain, look, Pain is ruthless. Okay, like Jiraiya is soft. Okay, not like he was holding back. Pain is ruthless. Okay? Pain will kill him. Okay, Pain will kill him. All right. So it's like, I'm just like, so it's like, did you notice the people Orochimaru didn't mess with? He wasn't even smart aleck to certain people because these people that could body him. But I'm saying that Orochimaru could beat up a good number of people, and it's Akatsuki. I'd easily put him as a mid-level guy at least, a mid to upper level guy. Yeah. He's not the strongest, but he's like clearly not the weakest, like you said.
Yeah. I think that's fair. So, where do we place Orbito?
I'm putting him at the bottom, like. I think Black Zetsus are stronger than him. Then the Black Zetsu take it. Like, I mean, come on. Let's think of White Zetsu or Black Zetsu. If you took off, like, here's the thing. I already look at people. If you take out a move, are they that good? So let me put it like this. Like,
I think it's a bit unfair for him, especially because he literally only has 2 moves.
No, he has more 2 moves, but he eats, breeds. I don't think Naruto is that good because, like, Rasengan and Kage Bushin Ninjutsu. And if you took those 2 moves from Naruto,
he still has fucking. He still has whatchamacallit, a lot of burger shit, but it's
what does he have? Oh, when you take out Rasengan
Sage Mode
and Kage Bushin no Jutsu.
But
Sage Mode is not really a jutsu, but like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Sage Mode is just so busted by itself. Like,
well, how is it busted?
It just gives you like super strength and super
Rock
speed.
Lee has super strength, super speed,
and he's really strong. And the show implies that he's really high level.
Yeah,
because it's like unleashing the gate. He would still be just with Sage Mode. He would still be pretty strong.
And the Frog Katas make him like now pretty taijutsu.
Yeah,
his taijutsu is like clearly upgraded. I'm not saying he's okay. Fine, he's strong. But, like, okay, you're right. I forgot about Sage Mode. I literally forgot about Sage Mode. Because I'm thinking about Naruto. I'm thinking about him, like, shooting shooting Naruto. I'm like, he's not that good to take out those 2 moves. Yeah. And then it's like, if he loses Sage Mode, I didn't count this because not really Naruto, but he does have to keep it. So it's like, you can't just take away 2 moves and he sucks.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can't take away 2 moves from Sasuke. Sakura, if you take away like 2 moves from, she really sucks balls. But like, Ino could suck balls. You take away 2 moves from. Shikimaru sucks balls. You take away 2 moves. Oh my gosh, he sucks balls.
But the thing is,
but he knows he sucks balls.
Yeah,
he knows he sucks balls. He literally like doesn't hide this.
Yeah, and his strength is
his break. Exactly. He's a strategian and a tactician. He's actually more for strategian, and then he uses them, tactically because they're not in the war. Okay, so it's like, and so even given that line of thought, clearly Orbito sucks balls. You take away 2 moves and he sucks. He sucks bad. He sucks hard. Because all the other moves he was doing, like, a good number of them were like Renegon powers. Because he was like, jeez, my Renegon. So...
Which they all knew how to use perfectly the first time.
Yeah, I don't even know how that even worked out.
Yeah, they all had like Renegon, like Sharon Renegons, which they just got, that they like mastered all of these like techniques. I was like, man, what was the training like for this? Was this like the astronauts where they just were training random shit because they didn't know how space was? And they were like, well, if we train enough of these, it's like, it was nothing like what the training was, but we trained so many different circumstances
No,
that like you could
you know what it
adjust
is?
fast.
You know what it is? Once you have one eye power, you have them. You can learn them all. You
Like-
master one, you can master them all instantly.
Didn't Sasuke like have to like master the techniques?
No, with the
that he had
Sharingan.
and
But that's
shit?
what I'm saying. I'm like, the only logic you come up with is that once you learn one
Yeah.
eye power, how to kind of work it, like you know how to drive them all. You know what I mean? You know how to use them all. So that it's pretty bad, but whatever. That's the only thing I do to save it.
But yeah, so yeah, Orbito is like, although he was like the last boss, kinda, he's like,
I think he's on the weakest because I think
Yeah.
Sasori take away two moves. So let's take away two moves. If you take away two moves, I mean he's still gonna have the basic moves he has when he was normal Orbito, and he's still not that good. Like Tobi's not that great. So Tobi's his name, correct? That's the name he went by.
yeah,
The alias.
that's the name he went by. Yeah.
So Tobi is not that great. That's just my point. Is that he's not that great. But the two moves he does have is really broken. It's kind of like for a lot of the show, Naruto, before he got the Sage Mode,
Yeah.
he really only had Rasengan and Kagebushi no Jutsu. It's not true.
Yeah.
For a long time, he had those moves. Okay, Kagebushi no Jutsu is like clearly a crazy powerful move. Do we agree on this, yes or no?
Yeah.
Rasengan, even after it was nerfed, because it was such a violent move,
Yeah.
is clearly an upper level move.
Yeah.
And why I say it got nerfed, because the original Rasengan was kind of sending like, because you put it inside somebody, then it exploded
Yeah.
inside of them. It's literally a really super violent move. And then they turn it to a punch. It has the force of a punch. What is this, a Doken? But anyways, let's move away from that. It's still a pretty up there move. And he had this made Naruto an upper level ninja for a while. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I mean. It's like if you took that away from him,
Yeah.
pre-Sage Mode, he was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And so my thing is that if you took away Orbito's two moves, he'd be pretty shitty in the upper level category. I think most people would body him. I think Sasori would body him. I think the Dar would body him. I'll body him.
The only person he's comparable to is like maybe Hidan, maybe. But I don't see him like.
But that guy's immortal.
Hidan,
so yeah, I mean,
Hidan would eventually win. Like he'd eventually find the window where he could be.
he'd run out of chakra, and then Hidan would just kill him.
Yeah.
So he's just like Hidan only made the crew because he's immortal. I mean, let's just be honest with you.
And that move, especially if you don't know what it does, is kind of like ridiculous. The one where he whatever damage he takes, you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that you don't know what it does. Yeah, you're gonna die because you're just gonna gather back. You're like, he's doing something weird, and you're dead.
Yeah, unless you're Naruto, because then the Kibi revives you or some broken stuff like that. Which Naruto technically should be functionally immortal because the Kibi heals him at an accelerated pace. So should he live forever? But whatever. Oh my gosh, this thing's so bad. But yeah, I'm just saying I think he's at the lower levels if you take out the two moves. Now adding the two moves, I think. With the two moves, I think he stalemates a lot of the guys. I don't think without those two moves he could take Sasori. I don't think he could take the Daria because Daria would fly around too fast, from the catch him. He'd run out of chakra, so he'd have to run away with his eye power. He'd have to warp away, Yeah. That's what he does. He starts running. I'm running out of chakra, warp away. They can't catch him because he warps literally someplace else. For most of these guys, Kisame, he definitely can't body. My thing is, can Kisame's sword cut him, even though he's technically not there?
I don't know.
That's something that's interesting. But he would run away from Kisame.
He can beat Conan.
Who's Conan?
That's the chick, the flower chick, that he actually did beat.
The Sonon? The chick with pain?
Yeah.
Sonon or something? I'm gonna remember. What's her name?
It was Conan.
Oh, okay, Conan. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Conan.
Conan. Something.
Conan. Yeah, let me say it again. Conan, yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. Everybody else is Body and Obito. So the moral of the video.
Yeah, she's
is,
pretty much one of the weakest people there. If you took her away from Pain, she's pretty weak.
Yeah, her chief ability.
She's not even like a Kage level person.
Was like hiding Pain. That was like she made a big paper mache tree.
She wasn't garbage, but like she wasn't like I don't think she was a Kage level person. She was like Kakashi level. She's like lower than Kakashi. She's probably like. Let me put it like this. She's probably like Zazuba level.
I can see that.
She's probably like Zazuba level. Like, yeah, I mean, because Zazuba was kind of strong. He just didn't have a lot of chakra. But you give him a lot of chakra, he's sewn. You know, I mean, he's Conan. He's Conan. Like.
On a side note, why was Zabu's sword so special? It like repaired itself by eating blood. But how was that even useful? Like this was like they didn't even make it seem like it was like was it stronger than another sword? It didn't cut through other people's swords or anything special. Even when it was charged up, it just seemed like a normal.
You didn't have to buy other swords, man. You didn't have to buy other swords.
Yeah, you just had to like
for life.
feed it literally like blood from the people that you have to like. You have to.
It just needed one sword for life, man. One sword for life. You know how expensive swords are, man. It's like a Ferrari, man. Like, you know,
I guess so, man. But I'm like, I feel like going through all the trouble of recovering it.
You could have bought way more swords.
Like, and it's like, oh, this sword was here the whole time. It's one of the legendary swords.
No, you could have literally just like bought new swords over a lifetime. For the amount of like consequence that they did and the cost to like get it.
Cost of it only cost human life. Oh, that's expendable. And it's like getting hungry and shit. You're just like, oh, man, but I just fed you.
Oh, it's pretty bad. Oh.
Yeah, never quite understood that. Or
no, but like
the other legendary swords, they did shit.
Kasame's sword let's put it like this. From what we understand, probably Zazuba's sword was like on the lower end. Probably might have been the weakest of legendary swords.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it has a special ability for a sword. It's a legendary sword. You know, like, but it's kind of crap. It still has an ability that other swords don't have. It's a legendary sword. You know, so I think that's how they did it. You know, it's like, you know, but I mean, like, clearly Kasame's sword would have been worth, you know, like, look, if I was Sasuke and I went on this mission with him and I'm like, wait a second, you mean this is all the fucking sword does? Yeah, I mean, isn't it great? All right, dude, what's your name? Like, you know, whatever that guy's name is, he tells me his name, I'm like, you go up the team. Just get the fuck out of here. Just take the sword. Actually, give us the fucking sword. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, we kick him out of the team. I'd kick him out of the team.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, the ass whoopings we got trying to get this fucking sword? Oh, man. My chest. I'm a little sick. But yeah, man, I think Orbito was really, like, an upper level guy. I mean, he wasn't really that strong. The reason why I'm not really going to Orbito that hard because we kind of went mostly on Orochimaru, so it's like I'm really kind of waiting for some feedback here because like even when I'm going to Sasori and other guys, so you agree that like Orbito is like really like he's weak, but like I think Orbito is not. I think he's strong. If you think about his two moves, like he's crap, but I think he could stalemate people, and that's why he can do that. I think he's a good tactician. I don't think he's that strong. That's why I want to rank everybody, so we can kind of fairly assess him. But you know, no sidetrack. But I mean, I think like I think he's good. I think he's the weakest, and I think that people have this perception of him that he's way stronger. I mean, he got the Rinnegan, and then when he was even doing moves, he was like hopped up on like Ten Tails QB juice.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't even know if you can even like I don't think he was that great. And then like the eyes that he had with the Rinnegan contained like Madara's chakra, I think. Remember, it implied that the eyes itself had a massive amount of chakra. So it's like, so he kind of got like powered up, and then he got powered up again, and he got powered up again. So I don't even know, like, you can't really compare that to like him in the beginning, you know. So we have to go off his fight. The best thing is to go off his fight with the fourth Hokage, right? That's what we fought, right? And his interaction with the others. And I mean, his fight with the fourth Hokage wasn't that impressive because midway through the fight, right, after all the prep time for the fight, the fourth Hokage started figuring out how to beat him. Is my memory correct? This right?
Yeah.
With all the advantages that he had, you know, the fourth Hokage midway through the fight started figuring out how to beat him, and then Orbito ran. So I mean, every time I've seen him fight a strong person, he just made a lot of jokes and ran away. I mean, arguably Orbito's like the Deadpool of like Naruto. So I mean, he like breaks the fourth wall by giving Kakashi his eye. That's not an eye, but it is an eye. I don't know. Like, what's not even.
It was at the end. It was.
But that arguably also might be a point why Orbito is actually the greatest ninja of all time. But anyways, man, I think that's why I think we've gone over it. You know, we did a lot of jokes. But you know, plus your special. Orochimaru special bonus, but
well, I need to urinate, so I'm gonna make that happen. All right, you twos, have a good one.
Is that the outro, bro? All right, guys. Thanks. Check us out, Animanga Talks. Youauthorus is the mother page and mother site, and thank you guys so much for listening to us. Check us out, please. Bye.
Original stories made here. Light novels, anime, manga, and games. For more, visit youauthorus.com.